Sorry if I pause a lot. I'm recovering from a cough, and I'm also kind of, how do I say, I'm trying to choose my words carefully here, so if you'll just give me a minute. So when people move on to the next part of their journey, people that have done so far in Hololive, right now it's not really a situation where I can say something like, are you guys okay? I want to make sure that you're okay and stuff like that, like I did with some previous senpai, because this is my own genmate, this is not something that I've had to do before. So just if you could have some patience with me. I don't really know how to approach this kind of thing. I already got my I got my tears out of the way, but it is still really hard. This is something that we've had some time to process this information. It doesn't make it any easier at this moment to talk about what's going on. I know that you guys also must be very, I see there's a lot of people that are, confused and such. Today it was announced that my gemmate, Amelia Watson, who has been a member of Myth, Hololive English Myth, for 4 years, the first generation of Hololive English. For 4 years, we were there at the start, and all of us have been together for that long. She is going to be ceasing her channel activities. That is what she has decided. She is one of the original members of EN, so this news has come as a shock to a lot of you guys. Again, we've known about it for a while. So Ame explained some of the situation to us, but the thing is, I don't even really fully understand, so I'm not really in a position to like clarify what she said. I'm not a spokesperson or anything like that. I'm here to just kind of tell you how I feel about the situation. I don't know any details. You're just gonna have to listen to what Ame has to say and what Cover has to say in the future. I think that the way that things will gradually unfold little by little over time, and I think you guys will begin to understand exactly what is going on. But I will say, and Ame has said this in a comment, I read the comment, she is not becoming staff. I think that was that is the one thing that I will say. She put a comment in her video. Go watch that video, go look at the pinned comment, and that's all that I'm going to say about the information itself. But I wanted to talk about how I feel about all of this. Obviously, this is not something that I thought that how do I say this? I'm so terrible at talking. As a genmate, I want her to stay with us always. I think that's normal. But as a friend, I want her to do what she wants to do and what feels right for her. Everybody's got a path in life, and just because one person's path maybe leads down a really long road in one direction, it doesn't mean that everyone's path goes in the same way. And that's just how it is when you zoom out and you see how the world is as a whole. I know that we get so excited and so into the fun world that we've built here, but when you zoom out, you can see that there are all these branching paths, right? And not all of us are headed down the same one, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, you guys, more than anyone can know. It's the same for those of you that have office jobs, or those of you who have your own private lives, which is everyone. There are things that go on behind the scenes that nobody else knows about. Not all of them are bad, not all of them are good. It's just how it is. And no matter what, I just want you guys to know that I support Ame, no matter what she wants to do, and nothing changes ever. That Myth is 5 people. It is, it always will be 5 people. And we were thrown into the trenches together, and nothing will take away all that we've done together. But even more than that, especially Ame, even more importantly, what Ame's done. And I know she doesn't like the spotlight, so I don't really talk about it often. I don't say it often, but the things that she has, pioneered and started, the trials that she has pushed through when we were all, suffering in our own way from the pandemic, are really not something to brush off lightly. And even though she's off to some new adventures now, none of that is just erased automatically. Right? She has done more than I can even explain. I feel like I'm not very eloquent with it, but that is the truth. She is, innovative, and sometimes I feel like her brain is too big. She needs to go off on her adventures and see how much even bigger her brain can expand. And Ame, Ame likes to keep things light. Whenever I think of a person that likes to keep things light and cheerful, I think of Ame, which is why I'm trying not to be super doom and gloom about it, even though in my heart I am very sad. I am trying to keep a smile on my face because that's how she is, a person who wants to keep it light and chill and fun. That is how I have come to know her. And so in respect for her wishes, I'm going to say that I support whatever path she wants to take. Myth will always be 5, and I know all of our hearts are very heavy at this moment, and things will not ever really truly be the same. But what I want more than anything, even more than the persistence of and being a part of a full person unit, is the happiness of my friend. And so I'm not asking anyone to take the situation lightly and suddenly get happy, but what we can do now is look forward to a week full of the Ame adventures we have come to love over the years. Let's have fun with her and do it to the absolute fullest that we can, if possible. Sorry if this is all over the place. I don't really have a script. I tried to take some notes, but it didn't work. Typing was not working. I felt like every time I tried to type something or write a tweet or something like that, I was just getting confused, and no matter what I wrote down in the tweet, it didn't sound right. So that's why I wanted to talk to you guys, which is crazy because I feel like I am terrible at talking, but I feel like I'm even worse at typing, if that makes any sense. So that's why I wanted to just talk to you guys about how I feel on stream in regards to Ame. Again, I can only tell you how I feel. For the details and whatnot, you just gotta keep watching Ame's streams and hearing what she has to say and what Cover has to say. But all I can do is tell you how I feel about it, and to make a long story short, as a gemmate, I'm extremely sad, but as a friend, I want her to do what she wants to do, and nothing changes the legacy that she has left with us and will continue to leave with us. Again, I don't know the details. I don't know how it is different from what you guys have come to expect. I just don't know, and nor am I in a position to talk about it. I know that it's it's an extremely difficult time for you guys. I know it's easy for me to say, don't worry, let's keep it light. Again, I'm not expecting you guys to do that. Just, out of respect for the wishes of my friend, I gotta try to keep my spirits up. And that is the best I can do right now with this. Again, like I said, we knew about this a while ago. To turn it into a direction of things that I'm really grateful for. I'm so glad that we got to do Breaking Dimensions together. I feel more honored than anything that I got to do an MC with Ame. During that whole MC, I was trying really hard not to make it emotional, because I felt that if I did, I would not be able to continue doing that MC properly. So I was trying not to be emotional. Basically, I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful. All I will say is I'm super thankful I got that chance. Working on the anniversary live together was so much fun. Seeing Ame and those guys sing End of a Life, Ame, Gura, Ino all together. Ame being able to rap the verse so well because she sings End of a Life a lot in karaoke. That was so cool. I didn't know that she could do that. It felt like, at first I wasn't sure. I was like, I feel bad. I wonder if my words are too jumbled or too tough to rap properly for those guys. But Ame did so great. She clearly practiced it a lot. And I was just so happy to see that. So many Ame karaoke. She's done so many fun karaoke. Probably more than a lot of us actually, which is crazy to me because I feel like Ame doing so many karaoke sessions is something that I look at that and I'm like, that's a person that is just having fun with karaoke. I really admire that. I wish that I could do that in the same way and not worry so much about how I sound and stuff like that. Ame just sings to have fun. It reminds me of the fact that I wish that I could sing just to have fun. Not to mention how incredible she's gotten at singing since the start line. I mean, she's really come such a long way. Ame karaoke's they're legendary. Those are some legendary sing-songs from her. She's always so laid back and just willing to help people even when she seems busy. And she's always just so real, never putting up a front or anything. She's just herself, which it takes me back to one of my first memories of Amelia. I think I've shared this with anyone. One of my first memories ever about Ame was actually thinking to myself that we were really similar because there was a chatting thing that I wanted to do. This was right when we were starting. This was about 4 years ago. I wanted to do like a chatting thing on stream, and what she said to me, she said, oh, I'm sorry, I feel like we should maybe like play a game or something like that. It might be like easier if we like play a game or do something together. I thought to myself, I was like, we are really similar. Even though I reached out and asked her to do like a chatting thing, I thought to myself, I also am a person that has a hard time connecting with people unless we're playing a game or doing something together. I never told her that though, but that stuck with me because I thought to myself, oh, okay, we're very similar, except you're not putting on like a facade of being an extrovert like I am. The difference is I'm extremely introverted, but I'm good at faking that I can just talk to people about whatever, if that makes any sense. So her saying that, I didn't know how to respond at the time, but I did think to myself, wow, we are really similar. I cannot connect with people unless we're like maybe doing something together to break the ice. So that's probably one of my stronger memories of Ame from the beginning. I've always kind of felt a really deep appreciation for her. I guess also another thing that I want to say for me, this isn't really something that I have to address, but I feel like I wanted to mention it because it had kind of been bugging me a little bit. I know that, for example, Myth's anniversary and our song, there's a lot of talk about like Myth forever and stuff like that, and I can see that there are maybe some folks that are upset about that. I wanted to comment on that fact and say that it's not like Myth is becoming for. Myth forever is a statement that can extend beyond somebody concluding their streaming activities. There is not a universe that exists where every single member of Hololive English Myth is 105 years old streaming. I'm no years old, so that's not even possible. That phrase, it still stands in my mind. I don't think there's anyone upset. I don't know about that. I just wanted to mention that is how I feel about it. Letting you guys know that when something can last forever. Even if somebody maybe concludes their streaming activities, nothing changes what was accomplished with Myth altogether, Myth forever. It's not like I'm just gonna stop talking to or anything like that. We'll still be talking to each other. I'm sorry we got back onto the topic, but there are a couple more things I wanted to say after all. Again, no script because typing is not a good idea right now. No matter what I typed, it was either super melodramatic or it seemed like I didn't care or something like that. It's hard to explain. I'd like type something and I'm like, that's so melodramatic, and I'd type something else and I'd be like, that is cold. Like it's just too distant. I don't know. I have a hard time expressing my emotions properly. I don't have a hard time expressing my emotions. I have a hard time expressing my emotions properly. And now I really have said my piece. Sorry if I do seem distant about it. I'm trying not to get like teary-eyed or be too intense, just because again, Ame's wishes to keep things light. At least that's how I feel she is. Keep it light. So I don't want to seem distant or anything like that. But again, it's I'm just trying to I'm trying my best to phrase how I'm feeling as practically as possible right now. Continue supporting your Oshis. The best thing that you can do. Even if it's not Mori, that's cool. No worries. Give lots of love and support to those that you enjoy. We're not here for eternity.